The following program is a public access production. Comcast is required to provide time on this channel and make it available pursuant to franchise agreements with the communities we serve. Comcast is not affiliated with the following program or the producers of public access programming and is not responsible for the content. The following program does not reflect the opinions of Comcast or its affiliates.
It's me, Pastor J, on One More Thursday, to let you know you are a unique, unrepeatable creation in this universe. There's no one else just like you. When you were created, the mold was broken. You are so special, one of a kind, and because of that, you are going to have done great things in this lifetime. It's good to be with you today. Just to let you know what my son told me to make sure I tell you, like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Like me on Facebook and follow me, that's my follow me sign, follow me on Twitter. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I enjoyed creating it just for you. Thus, the reason for this show entitled Negativity. Negativity. We think that other people can down us. We sometimes are our worst enemy. We sometimes are our worst critic because we see ourselves so much, we take ourselves for granted. And as things start to change in us, as we start to ripen, as we start to age, there are some physical changes that take place. So therefore, no matter how energetic I am, no matter how educated I am, no matter how bright and shiny my eyes and my teeth are, when I saw those dark circles, I started thinking negative. And again, I've been traveling a lot. When anyone does not get their proper rest, when you change climate, when you work with different cultures, of course there are going to be some changes in you. So instead of me thinking about all the wonderful people I had met, all of the different accolades I had received, all of the contracts that I had fulfilled, I started concentrating on those dark circles. Here again, thus this message about negativity. I decided to think about those negative thoughts, those emotions that were rising up in me, that I was getting older, that I get tired faster, that I'm away from family, all those things that were beginning to just bring me down, make me feel bad, make me feel sad. Negative emotion, negative thoughts cause negative relationships, they cause negative feelings, they cause negative effects on your body, they cause negative emotions. They're just not good for you. And so the thought came to me, because I work to fulfill contracts, and I've seen so much of this going on around the world, I need to fire these negative thoughts and remember who I am. I am a unique, unrepeatable creation in the universe, and no one else is just like me. I started thinking about, as I travel, I talk to people on Skype, I talk to people via email, I use the Tumblr. I use the internet, different ways. I use videograms. I use all of those resources to talk to communicate, to keep in touch with people who said they want to keep in touch with me. And I got to thinking about during this time of these negative emotions, how many people I have Skyped, tried to, how many people I have sent emails to, how many people I have sent Instagrams to, how many people I have sent Insta messages to, how many people I have left voicemails for who never even returned my call. There you go. Those negative emotions. Didn't even return my Instagram. Didn't even reply to my instant message. Did not pick up when I called them via Skype. And I started thinking, now all of these people said that they wanted us to keep connected, to be friends, things that people I have helped, people I have assisted, people whose ministry I have helped grow, people whose family I have counseled, people who I have given credit to in my businesses, and they have not returned my communique. That's during the time of my thoughts of negativity, all because of the dark circles I saw under my eyes. So I really got to thinking about it. People who I have patronized their businesses, people who I have given encouraging words, people I have been beside them when nobody else could. Now maybe you can't identify with all of this. Maybe everybody you try to keep in contact with contacts you. Maybe every letter you send, someone replies. Maybe every time you write a thank you to someone, they let you know that they appreciate it. Maybe every time your children see you, they talk about how great you are and what you've done for them and how much they appreciate it. Maybe you don't have any negative thoughts or have any negative reactions coming to you from someone else. If that is so, this message is not for you. But let me warn you, if it hasn't happened, isn't happening, it will happen. That's a part of life. That is the circle of life. Either it has already happened to you, it is happening to you, or it will happen to you. So maybe this message is not for you today, but my grandmother used to say, keep on living, daughter. Just keep on living. You're going to run into that yourself. Thinking negative as a result of just looking at those little dark circles under my eyes made me start thinking about all of the negative things I could about people, places, and things. But then like I said before, I decided I'm going to fire those negative thoughts. I told you once before, I don't know how often you have seen the show, that when I do receive positive communique in the form of a letter, an email, a card, a telephone call, I put it in what's called my encouragement folder. Now in my travels, I do not have my encouragement folder. So I've started putting those things on my laptop so that when I needed encouragement, I could go back and read what was said to me, what was sent to me, what was given to me, how uplifting someone said that I was for them. So therefore, I went to my encouragement folder that's on my laptop, and I read all the wonderful words of encouragement that were given to me. But then I looked in the mirror again, and there were those dark circles. I had to work on firing those negative emotions. I had to remember that I am, according to Deuteronomy 28:13, I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. These dark circles do not determine my worth. They do not determine my altitude. They should not determine my attitude. So therefore, I had to really talk to myself. For a living, I talk to encourage people to help them to be the best that they can be, to feel the best that they can, to appreciate themselves, to like themselves, to say positive things to themselves. But I think because I was tired, because I was away from family, because I saw those dark circles, all of those things started mounting up. So therefore, negativity entered my world. It hits us all. No matter how positive you are, no matter how successful you are, no matter how many friends you are, no matter how much money you might have, negativity from time to time will creep up on you, but you have to fire those emotions. It says over in the book of Matthew, 18th chapter and 19th verse, if two of you, two, shall agree on anything, it shall be done unto you. So me, myself, and I, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, and God got together in my mind and agreed that I am a unique, unrepeatable creation in the universe. I do good for people whether they reciprocate or not. Reciprocate, reciprocate, whether they give back to me what I have given to them or not. It doesn't make me any less of a person. It doesn't devalue anything that I have done. It doesn't devalue me because I know who I am. I'm able to say please and thank you and you're welcome. I'm able to bless somebody else with positive words, thoughts, and deeds. I'm able to give uplifting words whether I ever get it myself. So therefore, sometimes you have to speak to, preach to, encourage yourself. And sometimes you have to tell yourself just how good you are, no matter what does not happen, is not happening. Maybe you're not looking, you're not feeling like you want to, like you used to, like you would like to. But you're still you. And when you like the essence of you, what you've accomplished, what you have seen, what you've acquired, and that's these acquisitions, I'm talking about the personal traits that we have to love, honor, trust, obey, be kind to, say please and thank you, being grateful. Those are the things I'm talking about acquiring and accomplishing. The things that happen within us, not outside of us. When we can draw from that well of goodness that we have developed, when we're no longer as snappy as we used to be, when we're no longer going to I'm going to tell them, give them, share with them a piece of my mind. When you find out that that is no longer necessary, it is not necessary to make you any bigger, have a higher self-esteem, for you to seem more productive, whatever adverb you want to use. You know, you learn that you do not have to do that. So I decided, I'm telling you, just to fire those negative thoughts. When I started replacing those negative thoughts with words of positive, with words of uplifting, to looking at reading my accomplishments, my folder of good works, of good deeds, my good news folder. When I started doing those things, those circles didn't look so pronounced anyway. Now, I have to tell you, to tell the truth. I used to hear some old deacon in the South say, tell the truth and stay in church. But I have to tell you the truth. I'm still working on those dark circles under my eyes. I'm still working on it with the cucumbers. I'm still working on it with the cold cream. That stuff I've never done before. I've never had to put anything on my face before. But these dark circles, I'm going to do something. I don't do makeup. I may do some lipstick, but I don't do makeup. So I don't want to cover up the circles. I want to see them and clear them up. And I have to tell you, They're getting better. But as I travel around and I see people who are my age, I am grateful to be doing as well as I am. When I see people who are younger than I am grateful to look as well as I do. I am grateful to be able to get around negativity. Whenever negativity comes, it is up to us to voice positive. Declare out loud whatever it is in your life that you believe for yourself. It may not be happening now. No one may encourage you that it will happen. You may see no way of it happening, but you declare for yourself that this too shall pass. What shall pass? Whatever it is, and then you say what will replace it. Not that these feelings of down, of dejection, of sadness will go because I'm seeing these dark circles, but what will replace it? I'll be uplifted and uplifting. I will be giving and a giver. What is it that you need to say? So number one, I've learned just for me, again, this message may not be for you, the audience, this week, but it's definitely for me. I was experiencing negativity in my life, in my feelings, in my emotions, in my productivity, in my contracts, because I saw some dark circles under my eyes. Number one, fire. Get rid of, eradicate, eliminate those negative thoughts and replace them with something positive. Number two, I started declaring who I was, what I was, how I knew, and what I knew about me. So the second step when negativity comes, the first, is to fire them by replacing them with positive statements, positive words, positive saying. Sing a song, whatever you need to do. Do a little jig, dance around. Number two, the next thing to get rid of that negativity, those feelings, the emotions that are affecting your life, your relationship, your productivity, your emotion, is to declare out loud who you really are. What you really think about yourself that's positive. I know it's so easy to think about all the negative things about ourselves. I've been on an exercise in a class once where we're supposed to write on one side all the positive things about ourselves. On the other side, we wrote all of the negative things about ourselves. All those negative things just flew down the page. Positive, I had to take some time. Then we had to change our paper. And the other person was supposed to fill in the positives. And some of the things that they wrote, I never thought about myself. Try that. Declare for yourself, and if you can't think of it for anybody else, ask somebody who doesn't dislike you too much to list some positive traits for you. Number three, know that you are the head and not the tail. You were brought here to receive. I don't care if nothing you have accomplished has ever succeeded in life. Tell yourself you were brought here to succeed, and there's a way that you will succeed. Success means different things to different people. I told you once before that my children and growing up, we had the definition. Success means being able to pay your bills, take care of yourself, house yourself, clothe yourself. That's success. It doesn't mean having the most successful career. It doesn't mean to have the highest degree. It doesn't mean using that degree. It doesn't mean having a lot of friends. It doesn't mean having a real positive, loving relationship. What it does mean, knowing who you are and being satisfied with you. There's a statement that I read a while back, and I don't remember who said it. And if any one of you find out who said it, email me. Write me, call me, send me a Twitter. Got all these ways of communicating. Send me a Skype. to let me know who said there are two important things in life. One is for a person to know themselves, and secondly is to like what they see. That is so valuable. You can always change yourself, but the essence of you never changes. And when you discover that, number one, in you, number two, like what you see. And if you don't like what you see, you can always change it. We are created beings to create. It is so easy for us to agree with the naysayers, the downers, the doubters about who we are, what we are. Because people will tell you so fast who you are not. Who you are not. Who you are not. But it's important to know who you are. Your children will criticize how you raise them. Your mate will criticize how you love them. Your spiritual family will criticize what you do for them. Your neighbors will criticize how well you do for them and the neighborhood. But it is up to each one of us. It is one thing that is imperative for us to realize when you, and someone said this too, when you've done the best that you can do, you've done. When you have done the best that you can do, you're done. That's really not how the statement goes. It says when you've done the best that you can do, you've done the best that you can do. I just shortened it my way, said that when you've done the best that you can do, you're done. You can't cause people to like you. You can't cause people to like you. You can't cause people to say good things about you. People are selfish. They want what they want when they want it from whom they want it. They're always tuned into radio station. They're always tuned into the station of WWIDFM. People are always tuned into radio station. I say it again, a TV station or a signal. WWIDFM. What will it do for me? So when people come to you, yeah, that's what I said. What will it do for me? So when people come to you about what you haven't done, what you weren't, what you shouldn't, what you couldn't, what you didn't, they are really thinking about their own self. What made them happy? That's why negativity in ourselves is easy to acquire and it's simple to get rid of. Number one, replace whatever negativity you are saying with something positive. Number two, not necessarily in these orders, declare for yourself who you really are. Number three, remember you are created being to create. Number four, you are the head and not the tail. You are here to create. You have something to do. You have a purpose, whatever it is. You may not build the tallest skyscraper. You may not amass the most amount of money, but you can be kind. You can be gentle. You can be caring. You can be loving. You can give people a smile. You can wave and say hello. You can give an encouraging word. You can do those things, and its choice is yours. Negativity is going to be with each one of us for the rest of our lives. The little song says, think of the positive. Never the negative. As you go through your day, think of the positive. Never the negative as you go on your way. And even as you're thinking of the positive, those little negative ideas, thoughts come into your mind. But how you overcome them is declaring out loud that you are the head and not the tail, that you created being and you brought here to create, that you have a purpose and you will fulfill that purpose. Everything you've done in your life, you've done it to the best of your ability, and I've done my best, so I'm done. I can't make anybody like me, can't make anybody love me, can't make anybody forgive me, can't make anybody give to me, can't make anybody hire me, can't make anybody give me a raise. All I can do is what I can do, and after I've done that, I'm done. You cannot make anyone do what they don't want to do. Come on now. We know that. No one can make us do what we don't want to do, because every one of us is tuned into WWID-FM. What will it do for me? We're all selfish beings. And we have to realize there's only ever so much we can do. There are ever so many hours in the day. How much is it worth it for you to try to do enough to make a person like you, to try to buy a person enough things to make them like you, to make them want you to be around you? You can't do it. It goes from heart to heart. And when you know who you are, you will start to draw the people who have your type of a heart. You will start to attract the people that have your type of meaning in life. I travel a lot. I'm not in the one place a long time. So therefore, I don't have a lot of what's called friends. But there's some people who have been with me all of my life. And I appreciate those 3 people who have stuck by me. We have been associates for the longest time. We don't talk every day. But when we talk to each other, we always have something encouraging to say to one another. We listen to each other's woes. We think about, we drop a line for each other. There's only 3 people in this world that do that for me, and I share that with them. I've tried to widen my circle of friends, but those 3 are the constants, and I appreciate them more than words could ever say. And you know, I think it's time for me to drop them a message. Negativity, negativity. We all can buy into it. We all can feed into it. We always can think we're not good enough. But remember, you're the head and not the tail. Declare for yourself out loud the positive things about you. You are above and not beneath. That you are a created being and you are creative. That as long as you have done the best that you can do, you're done. Don't try to flatter anyone and buy anyone's affection. Negativity, it comes to all of us, but we have to fire, get rid of, throw down, throw back, eliminate, erase, wash out all of that negativity that others and the world are giving us, and know that we are the best that we can be. If we could be any better, we would be that. But right now, we are the best that we can be. As usual, it is always my pleasure to be with you, to let you know it is better to be it is always my pleasure to be with you and let you know it is better to be an original of yourself than a copy of somebody else. Again, Pastor J signing off. See you next time.